Well, Joe Elvis, I still says you were plumb loco to take $100 out of our kitty for covering bail money on that practically some swindler Clyde. Jiminy, J.E., he are an out-and-out crook if you ever met one.
Well, who can argue, Verge? Sometime I too easy a touch like my long-deceased pa. I knows Ma would have never let go of 100.
Sure as we rappin'. And all the boys, including Jimbo, are also miffed with you. That like 20 hard-earned bucks out of each of our wallets.
Who could that be, Verge?
Hardly could guess. I'll see. What can we do for you, sir?
Oh yes, I mean cold and lonely rain. Everywhere I look.
Don't not worry yourselves, boys. How to lend me a hand. I has come to help you exactly. Name is Bixby Moss. Clyde called me up and done commissioned me with this little magic wand I got me to take that there screen test he promised. Boys, you has now got yourself in second heaven, no question about it. Absolutely. You got it made. I know you don't realize it as yet, but shoot, I is under contract with as much as 5 major movie picture studios in Hollywood to take that there screen test. Absolutely. Hell, I got me a real bona fide talent to hand over to them boys. They fight like coon dogs to be first in line. You boys ever heard of Metro Goldwyn Mayer? That MGM? In case you boys don't knows as much. Hell, got me a couple of dudes in my pocket over at MGM. You knows their main star in the golden age of film. Ever heard of Clark Gable? Shoot, Gable were closer to my old man back in them days as 2 pups on a tip. My pappy teach Gable fly casting over the Tennessee River, so we is talking real up close and personal. So you breathe easy. All is on your way up the ladder of the entertainment world, just as he promised. Clyde gonna see to it that your screen test going right to the big time. Say fellas, where you got your next playing show? Gonna be out there to get it all pictured up in living color. And it is your lucky day, boys. Gonna cost you no more than an added on fee of only 100 additional greenbacks. Ain't that reasonable for my time?
Wait you a little minute, guy. Clyde done promised Joe Elvis here that he would arrange us a screen test covered entirely by the $100 bail money my buddy done come across with at the jailhouse. He no way mentioned no $100 cash come across on top of that. No way. We got to talk to Clyde about that.
Okay, don't get in a ditter, fellas. Tell you what, even though my time is money, as a favor to Clyde, he done me some precious favors. So I will throw in this here priceless screen test for free of charge, but only this time.
Well, that sound more like it, Mr. Moss. Boy, Joe Elvis, I surely owes you a bushel full of sincere apologies. Seems that Clyde come through after all. We is on our way, boy.
Yee-o, Verge. Guy never know when a little kindness on his part can really pay off. You know, some might think old Clyde a little shady. Then out of the blue, against all odds, he come through for you when you originally thought it were all a crock. For a lousy $100, he gets you an actual screen test for Hollywood, which I would call a real bargain basement bargain at that.
Say, boys, that dude who was just leaving here, you know, with that camera on his shoulder, what did he want anyhow? I hope you were real careful and don't put any cash in his mitt on some pretext. That there was Clyde Earl's younger brother. Huh. And it's claimed that, at least down in Texas, that he are a much bigger crook than even Clyde. Huh. I met him a few times when we were going with the gal around where I grew up. That before he served a short stretch in jail for bouncing checks.
Well, now, Will, that really busts our bubble.
Bottom boots, Joe Elvis. Didn't I tells you handing over 100, I say $100 to that Clyde could only ends us in lost column?
I knows you were correct on that, Verge. Tell you what, I will personally cover the money for the rest of you. It were my doing all the way. But you know, in a fashion, I ain't totally sorry. Look, Clyde is getting pretty old. And when I seen him so pitiful, gosh, he didn't look so well. Could be he is ill and on his last legs. So what the hell? See it this way. I gave him at least a few moments of happiness. Or I tried at least. You know, getting sucked in at what Clyde do best, which is common folk. So who knows? He might soon die believing he pulled the wool over my eyes. Shoot, it was only $100 mere. Other hand, who could be sure? Might be Clyde really do have a big wad of cash saved up, just as he claims. And recalling my helping him, he could leave me a nice piece of change in his last will and testament, just for a guy he liked. And in his crazy way, I think he do take a shine to me, if I must say it.
Fat chance he gonna leave you any such money, Joe Ellis. Heck, I bets he are on his last legs, financially.
Well, still, who could swear to it, Verge? After all, who expected Jesus to step on earth? So all I is saying is if Clyde do leave me a modest bundle, I will split it with my bosom buddies.